It's Madden NFL 23, where we'll see a brawl inside the AFC North. It's the Steelers and the Bengals, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
On a warm, late summer afternoon, we've got football at Paycor Stadium here in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they'll be led out by Marcus Mariota, former second overall pick back in 2015, now in his 8th season in the league.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. Had a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mariota. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. JPP cruising in for the sack that time. So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Mariota to throw it. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Mariota hands to Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mariota. And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown! Ian Thomas A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive.
They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, who burst onto the scene back in 2016 as the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, and now in his 7th NFL campaign.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Looking deep for Hilton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess. That allows for extra yardage on the return.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
52 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now Mariota. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Mariota gives to Henry. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. Touchdown, Bengals.
Sky Moore
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Bengals have taken the lead.
So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on, and as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was Sky Moore capping things off with a touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10.
Now the rookie 4th-round pick. This is Dameon Pierce.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Off the play fake, Prescott.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Prescott.
And that is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Henry up the middle. Room here to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
89 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Henry. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Back to the ground now. It's Henry.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the...
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. Now Prescott. That's into the hands of Edwards.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And again, it's Prescott.
It's Edwards again. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Prescott yet again.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Partner, I think this will win a ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Being chased out left. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. First down, Mariota. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mariota.
This one is caught. It's Moore.
Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, and the Panthers are out in front as they play the second quarter. Keelan Cole, a touchdown reception. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Nick Chubb has a touchdown run. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Kirk Cousins has thrown a touchdown pass. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Steelers. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggest.
Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Bengals have recovered it.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Derrick Henry, a 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Prescott.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw. Prescott. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll look to set up his blockers. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Mariota's throw complete there to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
148 yards rushing for him now here in Week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Mariota. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Stephon Diggs from 4 yards out. And the Bengals have opened the lead up to 30. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how Week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott.
And again back to Kmet. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. And this is off the left upright, and it comes back. It's no good, and they will remain well behind. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
161 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And some room to work. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry.
And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Now Mariota.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 70.
And the Bengals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Tucker now to add the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And now out come the Steelers.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
He's going to wind up and air it out. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards.
Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And that's a rare bright spot in what's overall been a pretty poor showing so far, but you've got to figure when you're down a bunch, why not take some big shots? And they connect on that one.
Prescott on 1st down. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. 1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Prescott.
Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing. Prescott. Open. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Now Prater to add the PAT. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Mariota's throw taken in by Diggs. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. That's Foley Fatukasi who got in there and finished off the play. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line, 12 yards. Oh, he fakes a spike. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
They'll roll him out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On 1st and 10, Prescott over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. On 2nd and inches, Prescott. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. And this one taken in by Cephas. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is down to 24. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter and now can really take some time off the clock.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Throwing here, Mariota.
Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Mariota. The quick slant caught. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. On 2nd and goal, Mariota, and it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Bengals, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.